Today's Drone Bear Pause, I'm on the side of the Sentinel Path that has Crockett and Travis, and the other side has Bonham and Bowie. Those are the four major leaders that surface like cream that rises to the top. What makes a leader a great leader is what I'm going to talk about in this devotion. James Bonham flies into the Alamo garrison with a white bandana around his head so he won't be shot and can be identified. He's just come back from Goliad where he's talking to Fannin. Commander Fannin says in a nutshell, I cannot spare any men and I can't get there in the speed that you're asking. Perhaps later, if there is going to be a later. And so Bonham, true to his word, heads back, gives that dispatch to Travis. Travis reads it and he knows right away that the end is upon them. He knows that there's around 3,000 Mexicans and that Santa Anna won't wait any longer. We're looking about March 3rd, 1863. Within 3 days, the Alamo will fall. Travis, suspecting that same situation, gathers his men. And so he stands in an open square. He gathers those men around him and he gives them basically a dying speech. He says, men, our choices are now clear. We can surrender and betray the dream of our independence, or we can choose to remain and stay and fight, which would cost us our life. But our death will be so great, it would cost the Mexicans so much greater than ourselves. I mean, as for myself, I've already decided that I'm going to remain in this garrison, even if you should all leave me alone. But if I stay, I want my sword to be red with blood the blood of those men that would deny liberty. You men that would stay with me, I ask you to cross this line. And he drew a line across the sand. All the men began to scurry across the line, except for one, Jim Bowie. Jim Bowie said, men, I'm too weak to cross myself. Would you carry the cot? And so Jim Bowie was picked up. His cot was carried across the line. And when all was said and done, one man stood behind the line, and it was James Rose. He was also known as Old Moses. He was a Frenchman. And this Frenchman said, I did not come to Texas to die. And so what he ended up doing is he climbed out either over the wall or through an open gate at the dead of night and survived to tell the story that Travis had just given to those men. Dead men don't tell tales. So Rose told the story the best that he could remember. Now, when Jesus calls us, he didn't call us to a halfway measure. He said, listen, unless you're willing to give up your family, your friends, your comforts, and your wealth, you have no business following me. Jesus wants a commitment from us to him. And there is no compromise. It's total commitment to the point of death, just like those Texas defenders. Is that the kind of commitment that you will have, or will you shirk the responsibility? Will you serve Jesus for a few years, and then because the going gets tough, you'll just quit? You'll be embarrassed. You won't serve and follow? The Lord is asking us to stay the course to the end. And there's great rewards in store for us if we are patient and believe and give our lives for Christ. Now, we may not have to give our lives to the point of death, but we certainly surrender much of the joys that the world is saying that we should partake in, that we in ourselves know are not pleasing to our Master and to our Lord and to our King. Jesus will come back, and he will grant independence and liberty for those that served him. Whom the Son of Man shall set free, he shall be free indeed. And true freedom is coming to this world with a ruling monarch named Jesus. And I'm so glad that we will be those people who follow to the end and are rewarded for diligent service. Well done, Jesus says, my good and faithful servant. I leave you with this word to pause and ponder. you.